Is there any other way instead of doing what you mentioned to block or to not be in the, what is it called?
Echo chambers?
Echo chamber?
I mean, those are really the easiest solutions to it is to, you know, I know it's hard to keep up with the news. So I think social media really is an awesome tool that we can use to get information. We just have to be smart about it. I know with me, I follow a lot of news sites, so I get the notifications on my phone, and so it's probably like the same story 3 times, but it's CNN, Fox News, and then, you know, some alternative site that all offer different perspectives on it. So, I mean, you don't have to read all of them, but as long as you find a way to balance out, so maybe for, you know, a Korean news, you end up reading a Fox News article, and then the next one is like an economic news, you read CNN. So if you alternate the news that you receive, you'll probably really escape that echo chamber. I know it's, like I say, make friends with other people, and I know that could be a little more difficult, but really following people of like notable stature in the opposite party or the opposite belief system, it'll kind of give you an insight into what they're thinking. So even if you continue to disagree with them, which you probably will, it allows you to understand their perspective more. It actually makes you a better debater as well, because like now that you know their position, you can find arguments on how to counter their position. Any other questions?
Can you give more examples on like how not to be biased?
Well,
Like for like news.
for news, I don't know if, like, I don't think you can really ever escape ideological bias. I remember in 2013, I took a trip to DC with my school, and we actually got to interview with a journalist who worked at Politico. And so I asked him that question, how do you guys avoid bias in news? And what he told me was that, first of all, he doesn't vote. He tries to stay out of the voting process. That way he can just focus on facts. But regardless, he told me that yes, he still has his own personal beliefs. Even if he chooses not to exercise his right to vote, he still has beliefs. So that will influence his writing. He knows of other journalists that don't vote. He knows of other journalists that do vote. And in the end result, doesn't really change. Their work is still influenced by what they believe in. So identifying the bias and really researching the facts are probably the best thing that you can do to circumvent that bias. So watch how they're using certain statistics. For example, you know, there's a gun control issue, and you know, a left-wing website will say, oh, there's X amount of mass shootings in the US versus the Europe. And if you look at a right-wing site, they'll use that same statistic, but you know, one of them will have changed the number or have taken it out of a certain context. So you have to look at the context of the facts and the statistics in order to get the most correct information.
Yeah, that's pretty good.